Absolutely. The Moroccan Royal Armed Forces are an extraordinary military, not just on the African continent, but in general. They are extraordinarily professional, and our relationship with them has been mutually beneficial. We have learned as much from the Moroccans, I hope, as we have imparted any information to the Moroccan Royal Armed Forces. I think the Moroccan Royal Armed Forces is actually one of the most modern armies and air forces and navies within the world, outside of just here in the Maghreb or in Africa. So, and certainly we try to provide as much assistance and support to that process of upgrading their systems, upgrading their operations as we possibly can. The African Lion is the largest exercise on the African continent that's annually exercised. And certainly what that provides both Morocco as well as the United States is an opportunity to exercise here on the continent of Africa with many nations and to develop relationships, to develop cooperation, and to learn operationally from each other. What also I think it provides is it allows the Moroccan Royal Armed Forces to exercise their leadership both in the Maghreb, on the continent of Africa, as well as within this region of the world. And they certainly are an exporter of peace and security across this region. The Utah National Guard has had a relationship with the Royal Armed Forces of Morocco since 2003. And that relationship started slow, as you can understand, and has grown significantly over those 17 years. That eventually we have culminated with, prior to the pandemic, of approximately 35 different engagements per year. That has run the gamut from our air forces to our special operations forces, our field artillery, our engineers, and even our domestic emergency operations capability have been exercised between the two nations. And what we've certainly seen is an expansion in capability and professionalism within the Moroccan Royal Armed Forces due to this relationship. But I also like to think that we have learned an enormous amount from the Moroccans, especially as it relates to emergency operations, and it has been a very, very mutually beneficial relationship.